My sister wore white to my wedding, so I accidentally spilled red wine on her dress. My sister Emma has always been the type to make everything about her. When I got engaged, she announced her pregnancy at the same dinner. When I picked my wedding venue, she suddenly decided she was getting married there too, just 6 months later. So when she showed up to my wedding wearing a floor-length white lace dress that literally looked bridal, I wasn't even surprised. The dress had a train, guys. A freaking train. She walked into the church like she was the one getting married, posing for photos and accepting congratulations from confused relatives who thought she might be the bride. My bridesmaids were whispering about it during the ceremony. My maid of honor kept shooting me these worried looks like she was waiting for me to have a meltdown. But honestly, I was weirdly calm. Maybe it was the pre-wedding yoga, or maybe I was just done being shocked by Emma's behavior. The real kicker was during cocktail hour. Emma positioned herself right next to the gift table, greeting guests like she was co-hosting the wedding. She kept saying things like, "We're so happy you could celebrate with us today," and "This is such a special day for our family." The photographer actually asked her to step out of some shots because guests were getting confused about who the bride was. My new mother-in-law pulled me aside and whispered, "Honey, is your sister okay? She seems to think this is her wedding too." That's when I knew I had to do something. During dinner, I was walking around with a glass of red wine, thanking guests for coming. Emma was holding court at table 6, showing off her dress to my college friends and talking about how she inspired my wedding aesthetic. She kept standing up and twirling, making the white lace swirl around her. As I approached her table, Emma jumped up again for another dramatic pose. She spun around right into my path, and I swear time slowed down. The wine glass in my hand tilted, and suddenly her pristine white dress had a giant crimson stain spreading across the front. "Oh my god, I'm so sorry," I gasped, grabbing napkins from the table. But inside, I was doing cartwheels. The stain looked like abstract art, completely ruining the bridal illusion she'd been working so hard to maintain. Emma's face went through about 5 different emotions in 3 seconds. Shock, anger, embarrassment, then this weird forced smile as she realized everyone was staring. "It's fine," she said through gritted teeth. "Accidents happen." My cousin Jake, who's always been savage, piped up from across the table. "Well, at least now everyone knows who the real bride is." The whole table went quiet. Then my college roommate started snorting with laughter. Emma excused herself to go clean up, but the damage was done. The wine had soaked through the fabric and wasn't coming out with just water and soap. She came back 20 minutes later wearing my backup emergency cardigan over the stained dress, looking absolutely miserable. The best part? My photographer caught the whole thing. There's this perfect shot of the wine hitting her dress, with my face in the background looking shocked, but with this tiny smile that only I can see. It's hanging in our hallway now. For the rest of the reception, Emma sat quietly at her table, no longer commanding attention or posing for photos. She left early, claiming she had a headache. My wedding suddenly felt lighter, like someone had lifted a dark cloud.